What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you a video discussing Austin Ekeler's struggles and also the potential of him losing some playing time in upcoming games. And let's talk about it. But before we get started, guys, I want to ask you guys a quick question. Answer in the comment section down below. Will Austin Ekeler remain the starting running back for the Chargers for the rest of the season? I say yes. I think he does finish out as a starter, but it is a possibility. It is a realistic question. It's especially based off Brandon Staley's comments after their recent win. But we'll get into it a little bit later during the video. But a quick question to ask you guys in the comment section. Make sure you answer down below. But let's get into it, guys. So after the Chargers defeated the Patriots this past Sunday, they won 6-0 in a very unimpressive game by both squads, especially the Chargers. They have all their main weapons, for the most part. Herbert healthy, Ekeler healthy, Keenan Allen healthy. They only scored 6 points. I know the Patriots defense can be tough, but to have a star running back, star quarterback, star receiver, and can't make no noise is kind of crazy. But only scored 6 points. I think they only scored 16 points, I believe, the last 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely been rough sledding for the Chargers for the full season. They're right now 5-7. But basically, Austin Ekeler went 14 carries, 18 yards last week. Couldn't get any traction in the running game. It's been like that all season. Definitely having the worst year of his career as a starting running back so far. I think the first time ever he's only had he's averaging less than 4 yards per carry, and as of right now, as I said, the way his yards are tracking, both passing and running, he's not going to make his normal averages. So definitely a rough year for him. Was banged up, missed some time, missed week 2 through 4, and had a bye week at week 5 via ankle injury he had in week 1. But I'll tell you this, though. As a fantasy owner, it's definitely tough, because Austin Ekeler was my round 1 pick. He was my first pick for my fantasy draft in one of my 4 drafts. And like I said, I'm hurt. I'm hurt for a whole, for my fantasy team perspective. Like, he really killed me. He killed my whole season. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not getting anything from the running back spot for the most part. And he was my main guy I was going to rely on and stuff like that. And he kind of hurt me there. But as far as his team goes, he's hurting them too. And Coach Staley was asked after the game, their 6-0 victory versus the Patriots, will we see Joshua Kelley get more playing time? And he flat out said yes. He didn't put it all on the running back or nothing like that, but he said he do expect more from the team. He expects more from running backs also. Like I said, Ekeler has been struggling, banged up for most of the year, well for a little portion of the year, and also came back not really playing well either. But even though Kelly's might get more burn, or maybe Spiller, none of those guys, none of the 3 have been impressive. Joshua Kelley hasn't been great either. Isaiah Spiller hasn't been great either. So it's like, you got 3 backs that are really, not really playing up to par. No one's having a breakout year. No Spiller or Kelley. Your main guy, Ekeler, is having a rough year as well, especially for him, who's probably having the worst year of his professional life, in my personal opinion. I don't know. I have no insight, but just outside looking in, you have Ekeler, who was unhappy with his contract this past season, wanted to be traded or moved or something. I did 2 videos on him around the draft time. I had him going to the Seahawks prior to the draft, and I had him going to the Chicago Bears prior to the draft. But the Bears got all the running backs right around the time I did the video, so it kind of didn't work out. They got Foreman, they got Herbert. They added a couple more guys as well, so that kind of looked crazy. But the Seahawks, to me, would have been a great fit. Kenneth Walker is in the receiving back. I really love that pick pre-draft for the Seahawks, but it didn't pan out, didn't happen. It is what it is. But he wanted out, or at least wanted a bigger contract or long-term deal with the Chargers. Didn't happen. But they did give him more incentives on his salary-based deal, which is about $6 million $6 million plus for this season, plus incentives for this year for Austin Ekeler. And so far he's not living up to it. The Chargers 5-7. He had the worst year of his career. He's 28 years old. He's getting close to being a super aging back. He's already a smaller back. So it's like, man, dealing with injuries, dealing with age, dealing with the running back market, the trash running back market for the NFL right now. And we saw this past season really came to a head. The market is not going to be what it is. It's going to be even worse next year, probably. The worst for the next couple of years until things change. Probably 5-7 years, maybe 10 years down the line. So Ekeler could be in a world of hurt. Coming this off season. Because he definitely is his last year with the Chargers. I don't see him coming back. I see them, bringing in someone young with some good potential. I don't know who. I'm not sure what the options are. Maybe in the draft they might go one of their first picks, first second round pick or something. But I don't see Ekeler returning. I think, and this also could be Ekeler's last time being a starting back. Also, unless someone's hurt, like a full time guaranteed starter wherever he goes. I don't know. Depending on the team he goes to, it might not happen. Undersized older guy who wants some good bread for the most part, probably. I don't know what his future holds or what team or in what role, starter, rotation, part of a trio or trio. We'll see where it goes, but this just having a rough year overall as far as football goes, and it's tough to see. I say I like Ekeler. He's been a workhorse for years. He's been dominant. He's been very, very good, and especially for a smaller back. And I also think the Chargers could use him a little better too. He's not really a run to the ground type of guy. He can though. He is durable. He has a lot of stamina, but he's more of a receiving back, especially now, receiving back, dump off guy. Pass to the slot, pass into the flats, and make something happen. He can definitely do something. I think more of that role, and I've been calling it too. During the off season when they got Kellen Moore, I'm like, you wanna prolong Ekeler, and you have Kellen Moore who loves the two running back system. Kelly was cool, Spiller's cool, but I said bring in Zeke, or I said bring in Leonard Fournette. Bring in a power back with your bring in your Zeke with your quote unquote or your Tony Pollard style player. Austin Ekeler, Pollard aren't the same back, but they're similar. They're kind of in the same vein. And I think you needed a older or a strong power back who could have been older. Like a Fournette, like a Zeke Elliott, something like that. Deontay Foreman, who's to me one of the better backs who can't stay on the same team for some weird reason. But Foreman has been great for me, in my opinion, for a bunch of teams: Texans, Titans, Panthers, and just keep always bouncing around. But I was calling for them to add one of those power backs to go along with Ekeler, because as I said, he's getting older, getting a lot of wear and tear. He doesn't need to go through the middle. He's more of a receiving back in my eyes now. Same with the Seahawks trade. I had him, being a receiving back between him and Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker, the being the young guy, being more fresher, stuff like that. He would do more up the middle runs, the tough hard yards. And then you have Ekeler, the receiving back, the do it all guy, but really the more finesse guy right now, in my personal opinion. So like I said, those things didn't happen, and the ankle injury definitely slowed Ekeler down. Is he still hampered by that? That's the real question too. Because injuries, as the year goes on, even though you're clear to play, don't mean you're fully healthy. So the ankle injury or another nagging injury we might not know about could be hampering Ekeler. But as of right now, it's definitely giving him a rough time and kind of messed up his future. Even if he had a great year, it still would have been tough for him to get paid long term or get big money. But especially now, with having the worst year of his career so far, paired with the age and injury. If he played the full year so far up to this point, week 13, week 14, wherever we're at, and he was fully healthy, that would have been cool. Okay, that's better. But you had the injury that kept you out 3-4 weeks, plus you had a bad play, plus the age. That equals a terrible contract coming. A 1-year deal, $1, $2, $3 million. Like it's gonna be nasty for him. So, we'll see what happens with him. Hopefully he can finish the year strong. Or someone steps up at the running back spot for the Chargers. I doubt it though. I think they missed the playoffs. As I said last year, they should have fired Brandon Staley. I think they missed the playoffs this year. He will be fired. Clearly, they're kind of in a rough spot as well as far as money goes, and they're paying a lot of money to Bosa, a lot of money to Mac. You know, they paid J.C. Jackson a lot of money, but he's gone. You know, Derwin James not performing up to par. So, where do the Chargers go from here? You know, they were a young team a couple of years ago with a young quarterback who wasn't quite paid yet, and now he's paid. The contract will be kicking in soon, and you know your team will definitely struggle uh, to have top tier guys once Herbert's contract kicks in and he gets all that money per season. So I think they missed their window clearly. A new head coach coming, overall new team coming, and Ekeler, I believe, will definitely be on a new team this offseason. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.